What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video by yours truly. I can't tell you how many people have been requesting that I react to the new Prydwen tier list. I see that they've done a massive overhaul. They've made some very big changes to the criteria, the ratings. They've added in half tiers now to better define the difference in value of certain characters. I just want to give a huge shout out to the Prydwen team. You guys have done a phenomenal job in almost every game that I've ever seen. Actually, every game I've ever seen y'all cover. I love the fact that you're constantly updating your website and doing everything that you can do to ensure that the communities of the games that we love to play and watch are having a reliable source of information to go to, so that the creators in the space that know their stuff, that are very insightful, can come there and create thought-provoking conversations for those games. Like, huge shout out to y'all. Love it. Anyways, we're going to get into this tier list, give my reaction to both Pure Fiction and MOC, the changes, and obviously I'm probably going to have some disagreements, as I always do with Prydwen. But first, I want to go over their new context, because that is important to the tier list. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so about the tier list, let's go ahead. Let's put me in the top corner up here, actually. I think that's a good spot. All right, about the tier list, please keep in mind that Honkai Star Rail is a game where team building matters most. Boy, if you only knew how many people don't understand that concept. And while our tier list takes the optimal setup into account, a lot of characters can work and do well, even those ranked lower, when you invest in them. This is their way of saying, guys, Yang Xing is dog shit and he's in the D tier, but full disclaimer, look, man, if you like Yang Gang, we're not saying he sucks, even though we think he sucks. Also, for story or lower difficulties of SU, like simulated universe, you don't need to worry about ratings and tiers. You can safely clear that content even with free-to-play characters, as long as you build your team correctly. 100% agree, absolutely. Tier list does not matter for the bulk of the content in the game. It only matters for pretty much the sweaty 1% content, which is Memory of Chaos, the higher tier floors of Simulated Universe, and then of course Pure Fiction, and then now the single target mode, but that has yet to come out. But basically the content where you don't even get that many resources, it's really more so for, like, a badge of honor and a little clout. And just feels good. Anyways, these tier lists rate characters based on their average performance in both Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction, regardless of turbulence, whimsicality, and cacophony. Now, I completely fumbled this last time. I actually literally took their definition into account, but these are actually the names of the theme buffs that you receive on a monthly basis for Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. So they're saying that they are going to rate these characters regardless of what the theme buff is for the current MOC and Pure Fiction. So let's say it's a follow-up theme. Obviously, all follow-up characters are going to be stronger in that theme. That's not going to affect where they are on the tier list. So this tier list is a generalized tier list that is only going to be affected when another unit comes out that completely buffs the power of pre-existing units, essentially. So indirect buffs. Characters are ordered alphabetically within a tier. Even I in the past got this mixed up. I thought they were putting characters in front of them without the alphabet. So even I got hit with the pump fake here, but this is great, important context, guys. If you see one character in front of the other, it's alphabetically, it's not actually rated in the order that they believe the value is, okay? Available tier lists, Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. Just a general, how the characters perform in the Memory of Chaos, blast and single target damage are important here, while AoE has niche uses against some bosses. Pure Fiction, vice versa. AoE is king, blast and single target. Single target is just dog shit in Pure Fiction, actually, but it has its uses. Ratings and meta lines. Here we go. This was a big change for Prydwen. It used to be S+ tier, S tier, A tier, B tier, so on and so forth. Now they have T0 and T0.5. which I don't even need to read these definitions. I can already tell you this, because this is a format that is done in a number of games. T0 and T0.5 is still S+ tier. However, it defines and makes the value of the characters in the S+ tier more clear. Case in point, I'm just gonna scroll down here real quick and take a look at this. Ron May should be in T0, while these two should be in T0.5. We're gonna get to that in a bit, but from my personal opinion, that would mean that all of them are still S+ tier, but I personally think Ron May is just a bit higher in value. That would be the difference between T0 and T0.5. Same thing, T1 and T1.5, this is S tier, but whoever's on top means they think they're a little bit higher in value, okay? We don't need to read any of that. That's pretty much what that means. The forgotten ones, oh, dude, that's the ones in the back. No, you should have put the ones in the back with Amber. All right, anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna, that's pretty much half tiers is what that means, guys. Let's just give a more definition. Criteria. This is actually important context. Manual play, not autoplay, manual play. However, man, I should make a tier list for autoplay. The thing is, I don't autoplay like ever, unless I'm doing like dailies and stuff, but there should be a little tier list for autoplay. I think there should be. Using optimal team compositions and support characters, so important, right? They're taking into account the rating of these characters based on their best teams. That's actually pretty important. Characters are level 80. All major traces are upgraded to level 8, so they're not crowned, they're upgraded to level 8. Characters equipped with level 80 non-limited 4-star or 5-star light cones, including the standard light cones. Wow. So they're doing it like free to play. So they're taking into account these characters without their signature light cones. That's interesting. Battle pass light cones aren't taken into account because you can't obtain them without spending. Okay. Character equipped with 5-star upgraded gear with optimal main stats and substats with 24 desired substats out of a possible 54. Okay, so they're doing it the way I do it pretty much, where like you roll on crit rate one time, you roll on crit damage one time, right? And that's it. You never get another roll. So like 50% chance of rolling the ones you want and 50% chance of getting Booty Cheek Chronicles. Eidolon level is 0 for 5-star characters, and it's 0 to 6 for 4-star characters. This part here is pretty important. I see that they took my advice. Rating for sustainers, rating is influenced based on the character's ability to keep the team alive. Here it is, boys. And the utility they provide. The more utility and higher the safety, the higher the rating. About goddamn time, Prydwen. I've been saying this. You cannot, you like in today's Honkai Star Rail, we can no longer evaluate sustainers based off keeping teams alive alone, because there's people like Scooby-Doo, there's people like Fu Xuan, and now even Aventurine. They don't just keep teams alive. Aventurine deals damage as well. Fu Xuan, crit value given to the team. Scooby-Doo, batteries the team, attack percent. So you can't just evaluate sustains based off keeping the team alive. That said, I look forward to seeing what the hell they put down there. Anyways, amplifier, ratings and fluids based on the damage amplification abilities of characters. Yeah, that makes sense. All the other ones are pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and move on. Ooh, and more widely they can be used effectively. We consider, okay, so other criteria affecting the ratings. Flexibility. Now that's important. How the character's kit functions against various enemy types, amounts of enemies, and their ability to perform when not fighting against enemies vulnerable to their element. Okay, we're gonna save that for later. Investment. Some characters require specific limited 5-star units, heavy investment in certain relic sets, or an abundance of substats in order to function at the highest level. Each of these points impacts the rating in a negative way. The more the character requires to perform well, the bigger the impact. Now that's interesting. Damn, okay. This can create some heavy debates on these tier lists, because these are two variables where you can definitely bump people down depending on investment and flexibility. Utility. Recently released characters possess abilities that lie beyond their defined role. Black Swan. For example, amplifier sustains that can deal decent damage. The more character helps the team outside the role. Okay, all right, and that's everything. That's all the criteria. Like I said, I think that was very important for people to understand the ratings. Now let's get into the good part, guys. All right, starting off with sustains. Hold up, let me get my big head ass out the way. Here we go. Okay, what the fuck is going on here? All right, now y'all know. Now it's time for Gacha Smack to start cutting up. What the fuck is going on right here? All right. Like who has it out for Scooby-Doo at Prydwen? All right, what's going on here, little pup? Let's talk, let's chat. How do you not think a team-wide energy recharge isn't as valuable as these two with a 40% attack boost? Granted, Robin just released. Robin needs the energy recharge. Robin can also use the attack boost because it not only makes her damage stronger, it makes her give a bigger attack boost to the party. She sustains just as good. You just have to work a little harder. It's a skill issue if you can't sustain with Scooby-Doo. It's genuinely a skill issue. 25%. Oh, bro, I'm about to go off. There's no way on God's green earth you are putting these two over Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry. It's like, what? Look how fast that switch flipped for me, guys. Look. All jokes aside, if you're going to put her in T0.5, they need to be down there with her as well. Nobody in the game, except arguably Ranmei. In fact, I would say I don't even think it's an argument. Nobody in the game except for Ranmei is on her level. The way I look at these tier lists, if you're going to put anybody up there T0, they better be that level of broken. If they aren't this level of broken, they don't deserve to be up there. And let me tell you something, nobody except Ranmei is this level of broken. So I think these two should go down here and they should all be on the same row, because the value and the increase in performance, I don't even think it's a half tier. It's like a hair. And in certain teams, she is literally better than this guy. Now, you did tell me about flexibility and investment. I'll tell you right now, his ability to sustain a team, flexible as hell. His performance is not flexible. His performance with Acheron, if you don't have his signature Lycon, which you said you're not including signature Lycons, he's trash with Acheron. He's trash with a lot of teams in terms of his value if you take away his signature Lycon that can't apply the debuff. So I think if he ain't being ran with follow-up attack compositions, bro's value is down the drain. Therefore, you can make an argument that he goes down here. Whereas Scooby-Doo, universal, doesn't need a signature light cone, can sustain a team and battery a team, and is even better than him on a number of teams. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna rest my case. We came out the gates blazing on that one. Fu Swan, she is fantastic. I think she's like right in the middle of these two. And that's my argument. Bump these two down and we got an agreement. Lorcha, I told y'all once, I'll tell y'all again. That's my boy. He's a fantastic sustainer. People tried to sleep on him and play him just because some more sustains came out that performed better than him. That does not take away the fact that this man still is the most skill point positive sustain in the game, while also keeping your team alive, while being the most comfy auto play and being comfy manual play. He is a fucking amazing sustainer that like just does their job. He doesn't need to be broken. He just does his job. So yeah, I think S tier is appropriate. I see they finally listened to me saying that Gallagher was actually incredibly valuable. I remember before, bro, they had Gallagher down here with fucking links. Like, bro, nah, ain't no way. There's some situations where his break and his damage is outperforming a Lorcha on that team. So, you know, you can even debate, put him up here. But again, this is what the half tiers are for. In terms of universal flexibility and all that, oh yeah, he's not fucking with Lorcha. He's not. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So a Gallagher in certain niches better than Lorcha, but universally, no. I agree with this. I see they moved Japard up. Nice, because they had him like down here in the back with Amber. He is better now, and he is more reliable thanks to Acheron. And plus, I'll be honest, it's just if you build a good Japard, his shield is fucking thick. It really is. Pause. Lynx, I think she need to be. Bailu and Lynx being up here. Nah, man. Nah, bro. They down here, bro. Look. They right here, dog. All right. This is fine. I think Natasha, I don't think March is, nah, bro. Natasha should be in T5. March should stay right here. I ain't even gonna elaborate on that. All right, now let's get to this juicy part. This is actually a pretty interesting conversation. I think Robin actually does have Ranmei's level of value. I think she actually has, oh man, like she's obviously best in slot for follow-up compositions, but Ranmei is just so fucking broken that she can still potentially be a side grade on some of those compositions. She really can, because not every follow-up comp is a Topaz Dr. Ratio. And like that weakness break efficiency, plus she doesn't have to rely on her ultimate as much as Robin does. There's some side grade scenarios, is all I'm going to say, when using Ranmei on follow-up comps, which is supposed to be Robin's domain. Ranmei is just universally broken. Whereas Robin, she's broken if you know how to play her right, because she's not easy to play right. She's really shining in the follow-up comps. She's a side grade in the dot comps. And then some turn manipulation characters like Sela, Yu Shang, like I mentioned before, she's good too, but she's also a side grade in those scenarios. But what I'm trying to get at is you have to like pick and choose where she's really going to shine. There's no pick and choose with Ranmei. She's just banger. Period. No matter what happens, you can depend on Ranmei to get the job done on whatever team comp you're running. Sparkle, another very strong unit, but some teams Sparkle is just, I came to realize Sparkle her buff don't even last when Jingliu does her skill and then immediately goes again inside of her enhanced spectral state. Robin's fucking bonus goes away during the transition. I mean, not Robin, I'm sorry, Sparkle. Y'all know how I be fucking up names, y'all know it. Sparkle's buff literally goes away when Jingliu skills and then enters her enhanced spectral state to go a second time. Her buff evaporates. That's trash, bro. But like, there's just certain teams where Sparkle's not needed. It's like the same concept. These two are very fucking strong when you put them on the right team, and then they're on teams where you don't need them. Like they're just Ranmei is not the case, and that's why I say that separates her from these two, and she should be up here and they should be in half. That's literally what the half tier is for, to show that little bit of extra value. That's there with Ranmei right now. Unless Prydwen has some insider information and they know somebody else is coming that is actually going to deserve that spot and make all these three look like clowns. I mean, that would be crazy. Prydwen, what you hiding from me, bro? What you hiding from me over there, little pup? All right. Anyways, let's get back to it. Going down, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. How long, YouTube? How long, chat? How long have I been telling them? I've been telling them for so long. Ting Yun is better than Bronya, bro. And look what the cat done dragged in with this latest update. Boy, you love to see it. You love to see it. Hey, Sarah. Oh, I know you salty, Sarah. Sarah salty than a Pokey. You're my salty brother. Oh, man, I know she punching at the air with this one. Listen, man, I told y'all, the problem with Bronya is just she got outperformed in her role by Robin, Ranmei, and Sparkle. These three pretty much outperform her unanimously. She's just good on Jingliu and Blade comps. That's pretty much it. Any other comp, these three are just shitting on her. Like, and that's pretty much what happened. That's the reality of it. Whereas Ting Yun, it's hard to power creep her energy recharge. Her frame zero ult going into a fight with Dance. It's so fucking hard to power creep her. Not to mention, her synergy with Robin is nuts. Her synergy with Robin is fucking nuts. So yeah. Now, I'll be honest, this shit still pisses me off, but I finally agree with it. Oh, I'll be honest, you Silverwolf mains, y'all creeping up. Y'all creeping up on the cringe level, bro. Like, y'all really is. Silverwolf has absolutely been ass cheeks every time I've said she's been ass cheeks, but she's finally come back into the light. She has. The new enemy formats they have been dropping, the new dinosaur, aventurine. I mean, they've just been dropping a lot of new archetypes plus characters. Again, like Robin. Who else did they drop recently? Oh, of course, yeah, Acheron. I mean, they've just been dropping a couple of characters off the top of my head. I can't think of them that have been slowly but surely making Silverwolf come back to the original Silverwolf. They've also dropped some new sets as well that make her better. So, and then now they got Break Effect coming back in with the Harmony MC. We'll get to that in a bit, but her value definitely has now started to shine more than I've ever seen it in the past since original Silverwolf, right? Original Silverwolf for the like first 2-3 months, broken. Then she fell off a cliff. Now, somehow she climbed up back on the mountain again. I actually think right now, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, I think she's right here, bro. Like she is. If you take in the current pre-existing meta and the units that are dropping out and the new archetypes that they're dropping, enemy archetypes, I think Silverwolf actually is T1 now. It's crazy. Even at E0. Now at E1, this bitch is up here. Like she just spams her ult all day. But yeah, I can't believe that. That's the one thing I would say I actually kind of disagree with. I think she's up here now. Pella, I think she's still T1.5. Yeah, they're forever sleeping on Pella. Like Pella is not no damn A tier unit. She's an S tier unit. I can't tell you how many times she's not only flexible, she's easy to build. You can put her on quite literally any fucking team in the game and she pops off. So I will always strong disagree with that. I still disagree with Asta being in the B tier. She's A tier in my personal opinion. She's not as flexible as Pella or any of these other units, but in the A tier, in her specific niche of speed tuning, fantastic unit. Hanya's an interesting one. Hanya's one of those. It's the same thing with Robin. If you know how to play a Hanya correctly, I think she's an A tier unit. If you don't know what you're doing though, then B tiers, it's like a skill issue type of thing with Hanya from where I stand. I'm starting to see more of her performance shine. And yeah, I think she doesn't deserve to be in the B tier. Yukong, the same problem. skill issue, and because most people don't know what the fuck they're doing with them, they don't know how to time them, they put them down there. I think these two, actually, I think, man, that's tough. I think these three can all go in the A tier, and then Pella should go up here, and then Silverwolf should go up here. Yeah, pretty based. Now, this shit is funny. How many times did I tell you? Remember? And no, you motherfuckers was disagreeing with me. You thought I forgot? Oh, I ain't forget. Remember when y'all was disagreeing with me? I said that she need to be in the same tier as Kafka, because Kafka can't be in S+ tier without Black Swan. And what was y'all's goofy ass argument? Well, when a new Dot character comes out, would you rather have Kafka or Black Swan? If I'm being completely honest with you, let's change the argument here. Take away Dot, and what is Kafka? Fucking useless. Take away Dot, and what is Black Swan? Best in slot on Acheron's composition, best in slot on Dr. Ratio compositions, can be used on other compositions as well as a solid fucking support / damage dealer. Then she put back in Dot, she's literally bringing Dot into meta, because these two work in tandem to make Dot comps meta again. Make Dots great again. Merc. So with that being said, there's no way on God's green earth she shouldn't be an S+ tier. I'm glad Prydwen came to their senses and agreed with the boy on that one. All right, so it's unfortunate. My ass been so busy. I haven't done story, so I can't even comment on the Harmony MC. I will let y'all do this. What I will say is the amount of thumbnails that I've been seeing gassing this character to the fucking moon. By the way, I agree. I agree only because I've only seen the comprehensive details of Harmony MC's kit, and even when I saw it, I was like, holy fuck, that sounds insane. You know what I mean? So I actually agree with you guys on them being strong. That said, I don't know why they're in S tier. I feel like they should be in T0.5, right? Then again, this is ignorance. I have not even played the character because I haven't progressed through the story. By the way, check out twitch.tv/gachasmack, or don't. You can watch me on YouTube. I now stream on both platforms simultaneously. Whichever one is to your preference, be sure to follow or subscribe on either one if you want to watch the story, because I'm going to be playing story after I upload this video, and then we're going to be banging that shit out before Wuthering Waves comes out, because once that shit comes out, I'm going to be balls to walls on that. Anyways, I think I'll let y'all comment on this. I don't know. I feel like based off of what everybody's been saying, the Harmony MC should be up here, which if that's the case, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. Free to play. It don't get no more free to play than that. If that is the case, they really did go Dendro MC on this one. Topaz, I'll be honest, man. I don't think there's another character in the game in terms of like dealing damage that has aged more like wine than Topaz. This bitch just keeps getting better, and she keeps like becoming prevalent in her archetype. I think it's impossible to power creep Topaz. I've said this before. I hate her animations. I will always shit on them. But her actual kit concept is fucking banger. And that 50% multiplicative follow-up attack damage bonus, her ability to be skill point positive if you need her to be, her signature light cone at E1, I know they don't take that into account, but that shit is insane. And like the new single target mode that's coming out, her and Ratio are going to be insane on that. Like, she is just aging wonderfully. I think she actually is a hot take. I think she belongs up here, man. I'm serious. Even with Robin coming out, she buffed Topaz. Robin literally buffed Topaz. So I don't think she's S tier. I think this girl, in terms of specialists and how y'all define specialists, there is no shot she shouldn't be T0.5. I don't think any of them deserve to be on Acheron's level, but I do think S+ tier is where this girl belongs. Now, speaking of this, yeah, nobody has came out yet in the specialist tier that deserves to be up here next to our boo-boo Acheron. Down here, yeah, that's fair. Completely fair. A tier units. I love Shuyi at E6. She is so solid at E6, but she's not S. She's really more so of an A. Fuck y'all. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't care if it's true, man. Fuck y'all for disrespecting my boy Welt, bro. All right, Susang, she should be buffed. No, fuck no. I'm gonna do a Susang showcase to show you fuckers, bro. Like Robin, this is the whole point. This is what we take into consideration. Team compositions. Robin's release absolutely should bump her up to A tier. We will prove this. All right, we will prove this. She should be in A tier thanks to fucking Robin. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Fair. That's fine. Even though I think Acheron should have bumped him up to B tier. That's fair. Okay. Finally, DPS tier list. 100% agree. 100% agree. This shit is crazy. Yeah. I ain't gonna cap. This is wild. How? Nah, bro. All right, dog. I'm gonna have where y'all live at in Prydwen, bro. I'm gonna have to get a ticket. We're gonna have to put Singapore on the back burner, and I'm gonna have to make a trip out there, bro. Ain't no way y'all put Blade in T2, but you got Sealer, Fathead Ass in T1 with these three. How, bro? Y'all be sleeping on Blade. Clara? You gonna put Clara in front of Blade? No, bro. Oh, I'm triggered. Doctor Ratio is one strong motherfucker. I will say that. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like Doctor Ratio's strength, even though he's single target, his ability to just obliterate a enemy and then proceed to obliterate the one next to him too is crazy. That said, you said you're taking into account that they don't have their signature light cones. And if they don't have the signature light cones, there's no way you're putting Doctor Ratio in front of these characters. I'm sorry. It's just that's just me being fair. And that's literally my favorite character in the game apart from Blade. These two are my favorite characters in the game. I fucking love Ratio. He doesn't have a signature light cone. Nah, brother. I'm sorry. He down here. Come on now with the cap. Yeah, that more or less. Nah, this. Yo, Argenti main's about to, bro, they about to be in shambles over the, nah, brother, you put him in the B? You put Argenti in the B? Listen, bro, I don't own Argenti, so I can't even defend him as much as I would want to. I guess I need to pick him up to see. There's no way you put brother in the B tier, bro. I mean, then again, they did change it. Listen, okay, I gotta remind myself, Apex meta, they're calling this niche. This is copium, all right, guys? This is the B tier, 100%. Also, this little motherfucker here pops off. I think he low-key actually is an A tier. I think he is an A tier for real. Serval, fine, I agree. Yeah, everybody else, I think I agree with, you still sleeping on her. I still don't see, because she's a follow-up attack unit, who can apply some, yeah, I don't know. There's no way you put Himiko down here and fucking like, nah, bro. I'm sorry, but I think these two can actually perform on an A tier level. I just don't see how the fuck they're calculating this. I don't. Yeah, that shit is crazy, bro. So they didn't change nothing there. All right, we're gonna go over Pure Fiction briefly. This is pretty much all my thoughts here. We're gonna go over Pure Fiction briefly. I'm not even gonna look past this. Like down here, I'm not even gonna look at any of this. We're only gonna focus on this up here and this right here. Yeah. All right. So Apex characters. Okay. Yes. About damn time. This is great. See, I remember I told y'all, I said there's no way you have Himiko in like A tier and not an S plus tier, or I'm sorry, an S tier and not an S plus. This is where the half tier really comes into play. She's not as valuable as Herta, but goddamn it, is she close? But Herta's just a different breed in this mode. I 100% agree with this. I see y'all listen to me. Y'all must have watched that video where I was showing y'all how strong Acheron is. It's true though. I know y'all initially had her placed down here. It's true that she has a weakness, and that weakness is she can only ult every other cycle. But that's the beauty of team building. You fix that by putting somebody in like Himiko, or putting somebody in like Blade, who you got fucking in the what is that, A tier? Disrespectful. You fix the weakness by putting a sub DPS, which is very prevalent in Pure Fiction. And once she has a sub DPS, well, now you got a perfect recipe of ult, then delete them, ult, then delete them, ult, then delete them. Like basically you fix all the little getting rid of the trash mobs and stuff by just putting somebody else on the team. And I feel like Robin just made that even more possible. So I completely agree with that. Aventurine, I do. He is T0. Bro's fucking a menace in Pure Fiction. That follow-up attack to the whole team in the new set that they have coming out, where he just gets a free 40% crit damage boost. Yeah, Aventurine's an absolute fucking menace in Pure Fiction. I completely agree. Scooby-Doo and nah, bro. I told y'all, he only is the T0 because he actually deals damage. Scooby-Doo gets a pass because of the energy recharge, but I don't even think you shouldn't even be running sustains in Pure Fiction at all. maximum damage. It doesn't matter if anybody dies. It doesn't affect your stars whatsoever. It only affects the performance if they die too soon. But I don't even run sustains in Pure Fiction ever. I auto 40Ks and shit and don't run a sustain at all. So with that said, I think everybody except Aventurine should be like T1.5, like T2. I think they all should be down here in like T2. And Gallagher, because he can like make people do more break damage and he does damage himself, can stay T1. But Aventurine's a menace. That said, that's my thoughts on that. Yes. Turn manipulation, action value advancement, strongest fucking trait for Pure Fiction. So I completely agree with this. In fact, I might rank her higher than Ranmei on Pure Fiction. I'll be honest, I think Ranmei actually down here in T0.5. Robin should be up here as a standalone because of that action value advancement. It's just too fucking strong. And the thing about Robin is if you delete a cycle, if you clear a whole wave, like boom, 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 before she goes, then she just gets sent back to the bottom, which means you can like use her in perpetuity on Pure Fiction if you play your cards right, almost, or you use her to the point where the next time she's up, her ult's up again. So this bitch is in a league of her own for Pure Fiction, I would say. I think she needs to go down here. And the other thing about Robin is because she makes your fucking support characters auto for like 20K or like 15K, you can get rid of trash mobs with characters that are otherwise useless. Maybe that's why they can still be, an argument can be made that sustainers can still be at the top purely because Robin makes their autos deal damage. Then I would understand that. Sparkle, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not even sure Sparkle belongs in S+ tier. Let me think about this. They're saying because she can advance. You know what? That's true. Yeah. Action value advancement. I'm waffling. That's fair. That's action value advancement, skill point positivity and buff. Completely fucking fair. That's true. Ting Yun. Yeah, that's fair. Completely agree with this. I see they finally listened to me because didn't they have Pella and like fucking like B tier or something before? They gave her a massive buff, probably because of Robin. But I told y'all also, because it's Pure Fiction, you should not be building her how you build her for MLC. You should go full fucking damage on Pella. Full blown damage. Her ult will like contribute to the trash mobs and then they'll just fucking die. Yeah, this is pretty much fair. I think they're sleeping on her. Again, turn manipulation and Pure Fiction is king apart from action value advancement. So I think she should be bumped up to S right here, T1.5. Yeah, who cares about that shit down there? This bitch is a menace. The dot, it's the same thing. Getting rid of trash mobs. Every single wave gets hit with a dot on their head. She's a menace. Kafka, yeah, I agree with that as well. Yeah, that's pretty much standard. I don't know how this character is going to perform in Pure Fiction because again, I haven't seen shit, so I can't comment on it. You guys let me know down below. What the hell is Sampo doing in A tier? Huh? I don't know how I feel about that one. This is good purely because of Acheron. You can use this as a fucking, what do you call it? A stack filler for Acheron, and then the value's there. It's banger. Plus taunt, they keep attacking him. So yeah, that's good. This I can agree with. Sampo's a bit sus. Moving on over here, we already talked about that up there. Blade shouldn't be in A tier in my opinion because he's a dual DPSer. You don't run Blade by himself in this mode. It's the same concept as Acheron. In fact, y'all saw me auto 40K clear with Blade and Acheron. I just pressed auto full 40K clear. So I think if you take into consideration the team compositions, he's always being ran with another DPS to make up for the AoE shit he's not doing. So I think he belongs in S tier right next to these two with that train of thought. That said, that's just my opinion. Serval, I think she can actually do the same level of value as a Jing Yuan. And what I mean by that is she's going to play her role much like Blade, where she's getting rid of the trash mobs. Again, this is like, it's a lot of like conditions that should apply to Pure Fiction because these characters by themselves, yeah, sure, you can make that argument. But in Pure Fiction, they're doing a specific thing that is allowing your Pure Fiction role or run to be going smoothly. And I don't think Clara should be in front of Blade and fucking Serval. Don't get me wrong. I understand the concept behind this and the train of thought. The counter every time she gets hit is just free fucking damage, free AoE. But I actually tried her in Pure Fiction. I don't rate her above Blade and Serval. This is fair. That's fine. Anyways, that's it. That's going to wrap up all my thoughts on, yeah, the new tier list. Good shit though, Prydwen. You guys are kicking ass. You're killing it. I'm trying as hard as I can to always bring some publicity to y'all, even though I don't get any money from y'all for it. I just think your shit is good and it deserves that praise and it deserves that attention because nobody else is putting the effort in based off from what I've seen in terms of a tier list and structure and cleanliness. Nobody's doing it like you guys. So yeah, you guys let me know down below what your thoughts are. Holy fuck, we yapped for almost 40 minutes straight. It is what it is. Peace, love, and happiness. And I'm streaming tonight the story. If you guys want to tune in, twitch.tv/GachaSmack or just tune into the YouTube live stream. Take care.